Hello, my lovelies. How are we all? Welcome, welcome. What can I say? Very impromptu. Very impromptu indeedy. Honey, come out of there. Come out. Come on. How is everyone? Can everyone hear me? Can you actually hear me? I need to check that, make sure that everyone can hear me. Although I've just took my glasses off, so I can't read anything now. Let's just make sure I'm actually being heard. Hey, Mad Morty. How you doing, my lovely? Hi, Jennifer. Yes, you can hear me. Wonderful, wonderful. Bet you wasn't expecting this, was you? Neither was I. Neither was I. I wasn't expecting it either. I was just like, I had all these plans for today and I was sort of laying in bed and I was like, you know what? I keep having plans to do everything that I don't want to do and not a lot of what I do want to do. And then hubby, love him. We've got to love the hubby because it's thanks to hubby that you're seeing me today. He decided in his wisdom that he was going to go off and go and play with his little toys and go racing before the rain came in. So I was just like, do you know what? What a day for this. I was like, I don't really want to do anything other than just sit and stitch. So I'm like, well, you know what? I might as well do it with some people. So let's see who we've got. Right, so just so that you know, so the camera's in front of me, but the chat's over here. So I'm just going to look like I'm looking over there. I'm not looking over there. I'm just looking at what you're saying. Oh, let's have a look. Have a look. We've got Brenda. We've got Anne. We've got Mad Morty. Of course we've got Mad Morty. We've got Christina. We've got Annette, we've got Rosa, we've got Flossie Sews and Grows. What a lovely surprise. Never caught a live before. Lovely to see you and can hear you. Wonderful. We've got Susan. Hello and welcome to the stream. Now, I know I didn't announce this stream. I would have loved to have sat there announcing the stream, but I was like, because I was like lastminute.com and I was like, shall I? Shan't I? And I was like, just do it. Just don't worry that you haven't told anyone you're doing it. I'm sure there'll be, you know, the odd straggler that's sitting there with nothing better to do with their time than sit on flosstube and wait for something to come up. So I'm just like, we're just rocking along with it today. We're just going to stitch for the sake of stitching because I was stitching. I was like, well, if I'm going to sit here and stitch, I might as well stitch with some friends because there has to be someone that's online. So I am so pleased to see you all. In fact, I'm quite surprised at how many there are of you. Do you just sit there and stalk like Twitch and YouTube? Is that how it works? I have no idea how you know that I'm live so quickly. First live stream, Jennifer. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you. I've just realised the chat isn't populating in the screen, is it? And I can't have it so that no one can see what's being said because that's just wrong. So I'm just going to quickly go to the Be Right Back screen and call upon my little tech guru who's going to come and show me how to make sure that the stream chat goes in. Because at the moment I can see everyone talking and you can't. And then I'll be right back with you. So hold on right there, people, because, yeah, we just need to do a slight technical tweak. If I knew how to do it myself, I'd just do it while we're sitting here. But I have no idea. And Lolly's not looking at her best. She's not dressed for the occasion to be live on the YouTube and Twitch. Mad Morty said, I was flicking through YouTube trying to find something to watch while stitching and then you popped up. Right, well, I'm just going to put you on a quick Be Right Back because I need to get Lauren, the tech queen, to come in and show me why the chat isn't showing up, okay? So hold on right there, guys. I'll be right back, I promise. If I can work out what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just going to put you on starting soon again, okay? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. We're having to do away with the chat because we didn't set this one up to do it this way. There's going to be no chat. No chat on the screen. So if you go into the YouTube and you add the thing, it may show the chat there that's in YouTube, but we're not going to see it all. But I can see all of the chat. So yeah, we're just going to, like I said, this was like a last minute throw together, guys. And I need to get Lauren to sort of give me a full demo of how to do this, because we're not just streaming on YouTube, we're multi-streaming. So it's not just a straightforward case of me getting the chat URL and putting it in, because that's not how this works. So there we go. Little bit more of a technical goof on my part, but I did say this was very impromptu. So who have we got? We've got hello in Ohio, Ohio. Let's get it right. Adventures of Stitching. Sue Stag Stitch, what a wonderful surprise to see you. It's a great reason to stay in my PJs and stay here in the snowy upstate New York. Is it snowing there? I'm glad I'm not there. And we've got a good morning from snowy Colorado, Cindy. Cindy, my lovely. You're all dealing with the white stuff. I'm pleased to say we don't have any white stuff here. There's no white stuff here. Although we're going to have a lot of rain later. So I'm not looking forward to that at all. Who else have we got? In the car coming back from a week at the coast. Can't hear and keeps freezing, but it'll be a treat when I get home. Oh, Hannah, I'm so sorry. Must be your internet, my love. I don't think we're freezing. Guys, are we freezing or are we okay? Hi, Crystal. Good morning. Watching your videos on full coverage for beginners, it was really good. Oh, Don, thank you so much. I can see the other chats. You can see the other chats. I can see the other. Fine. As long as people can see some chats, we're all good. We're all good. Because I'd hate for me to be sitting here and they can't see what I'm replying to. Long time no see. Yes. Hey, Mel, my love. Oh, your holiday looked amazing, sweetheart, on Facebook. I hope you had a spanking time. Jennifer says, rain possible here. Yeah, I think we're a bit beyond the rain is possible and we're more into the rain is definite. It's just, yeah, when it gets here. No freeze here. It's drizzling down in Cornwall. Morty, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. It's always drizzling in Cornwall. Apart from when we're having a heat wave. But whatever's in your neck of the woods is slowly making its way to me. So I'm bracing myself for more rain. Like I needed any more rain. The garden loves it, guys. The garden loves it. Mel says half the pictures of a holiday are not suitable for Facebook. I can imagine. I saw lots of cocktails, sweetheart, so you must have had an absolutely amazing time. I can't wait to catch up with you so you can tell me all about it. Everyone in the house is still sleeping, so it's a perfect time to get some stitching in. Shannon, I totally agree. Now, mine aren't sleeping. Ben and Lauren are here. They're awake because Lauren just came in and sorted out the tech. Darren's out the house, so it's nice and quiet. So as long as the girls behave themselves, it's a win-win. So today, I decided that as part of my whip go, I needed to stitch on a sampler. It needs 4 days. It's already had 1 day. So I'm like, you know what? Today is a good day for a little bit of Tap Dancer by Long Dog. It's an easier thing to stitch on and chat to you all at the same time because you know how much I struggle with these things. The Intuitive Stitcher. Hi, Teresa from Christmas City. Oh, that's such a lovely place. Christmas City. Can you imagine if you lived in Christmas City? Is it Christmas every day there? Or is that not a good joke? Hello in Brisbane, Australia. Is it not a bit late for you? Should you not be in bed asleep? Right, can I just check with everyone? Can you hear the music in the background? And if you can, is it too loud? Let's see what you all say. Oh, nice. I was wondering how you were doing with that. It's in my wish list. Yes. Music is perfect. Hi, sweetie. Eve popped round for coffee, just joining. Hey, Mary, my lovely. I was just about to say on the chat, I just need to ping Mary to let her know I've gone live, because I did tell Mary I might do an impromptu live, and she was like, I don't need an excuse to see you. I'll be on. Yes, can hear music and it's okay. I'm working on Long Dog as well. Oh, perfect. Right, okay. Should we see where I'm at? Let me just move me fuzzies. Move me fuzzies out of the way, guys. Let's see if this works, and hope that I've set the cameras up right. Let's have a look. How are we doing? Now, it's a little bit wonky because that's where the camera is, but can we all see that okay? I mean, I've only got, do you know what? This bit here, I've just got this little bit here and a tiny little bit here, and this is a page finish. So I'm like, do you know what? Now's the right time for this. Now's the right time to sort of sit and do some stitching with some guys and gals. No, can't hear music, but that's okay with me. That's okay then, as long as you're okay with no music. So what is everybody doing? Have you all been chilling? Are you having a wonderful start to your Saturday? Oh, the thread. Yes, sorry, what Poppy did. The thread is divine. Would you look at this beastie of a thread? It is Silks for You PR109. Absolutely love it. It's got like a purple section, and it fades into like a, I don't know what you'd call that. It's not even a denim blue, is it? It's more of a, what blue is that? I can't really say what blue that is. And then obviously it goes into like a nice grey blue. Love. And of course, who doesn't love stitching with a little bit of silk thread? It's like, it's my favourite. I've got to turn my end of the music down because it's a bit loud for me. Let me turn my music down. Hopefully that's not turning yours down. And it's just mine. In fact, it's not even turning mine down. We call it Christmas City every day because the town is Bethlehem. Little town of Bethlehem. Oh, that's so lovely. Nice. I love that thread colour. Working on a square finish on Ultimate Hawk Run Hollow. Yeah, I've seen. Do you know what? I don't know how you guys do that, because that's like a huge chart. I know they're all like little squares and you class them as little finishes, but celebrating 38th anniversary this week. Beth, congratulations. Philippa says, I have Arsenal ladies playing on the TV while stitching. It's about time. Do you know what? Are you watching the ladies versus the Manchester match by any chance, Philippa? Because if you are, the only reason my mum is not on this is because my mum is watching the same match, because, yeah, she just loves it. She loves her ladies football. In fact, there's so much football on this weekend that I probably won't get a squeak out of Mum. Mum's just, yeah, all over that. And she's been waiting for the ladies football to come back on, because she follows it. She has lists of players, who's moved to what team. She is a total football fan. But she did say that if I'm still live when she's finished watching the match, she might come over onto the live. So what have we got? Have I got something to tell you? So Mary's just reminded me. So when I'm talking about Mary, I'm talking about Quiet Mind Stitcher. Me and Mary sort of got a little bit enabled at a recent stitching getaway. And needless to say, we both fell massively down a rather large rabbit hole. And although we have been friends for so long, Mary, you need to remind me, how many years is it now that we've been friends for? And believe it or not, we met through flosstube. She was aware of a I think it was the first ever full coverage stitching retreat, and she reached out to me and said there's a stitching retreat if you're interested, and that's how we met, and we've been best of friends ever since. But we went to like a stitch gathering, not last weekend, the weekend before, and we got a bit enabled, and it was, so it's 8 years or 9 years that me and Mary have known each other, and there's a lovely lady there, Mags. Although I say lovely lady there, Mags has got a lot to answer for, because she is like the enabler of all enabling. So she's the one that I'm blaming for what happened, but she's also the one that we should blame for the ducks, you know, the fancy ducks. That was her fault as well. So yeah, she's got a lot that she's responsible for. She was the one that ended up showing us whilst we were there. She done like a Christmas, it's a bit like a little, I say a little Christmas finish. It's not tiny, well, only stretching the imagination, but it's a reasonable size, but just not particularly large. And needless to say, me and Mary completely and utterly fell down the rabbit hole. Oh, we've got an error, people. Stitching on an imaginating pattern is part of acrostic this month. What is that acrostic thing? I've heard things about it, but I don't know what it actually means. Right, hold on, people, because I've just realised I have an error on my chat. What have I done wrong? Guys, what have I done wrong? See, this is a bad start. Oh, hold up. So, how many of those have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 4. Looks like we've gone wrong, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't you just love it when you have a technical situation such as this? Okay, I'm gonna have to do some unpicking. That's a good start. Thankfully, because I'm doing each square, because it's a variegated thread and I'm not sort of going in massive rows, you have to do a stitch at a time, literally. It's easy to unpick. Mags, my love, trust you to pop up. So Mags Cat in the chat is the enabler of all enabling, all right? So if you ever stumble across her, just be careful. Be very careful, because she is responsible for a lot. Hey EJ, welcome to the stream. Impromptu stream, but stream nevertheless. Flossie Sews and Grows. I'm stitching on Coffee and Eggs by the Artsy Housewife. I don't think I know what that one is. Is it a small one or a big one? Hola! I'm going to say that it's Eiley. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not. Mag says, me? I'm not that bad. Mags, you are terrible. You should come with a warning, a cross-stitch warning. I mean, Mags has an eclectic mix of things that she stitches. The last thing I thought was that she would ever enable me with what she enabled me with. I don't really want to spoil it, because obviously when I do my next flosstube update, you'll see it on there. Or do you want a little spoiler? Do you want a little spoiler, guys, of what I've been doing? Not completely what I've been doing with my time, but what she enabled me with. And it's so not what you think I would be doing. I was quite surprised, because I was like, actually, I'm rather loving this, and it's rather fun. Hi, country girl from Wisconsin. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, see, Mary's just said, Mags, ducks and gnomes. So I think that sort of gives the game away. Spoiler, spoiler. So, if you haven't already checked it out, if you like a little gnome here and there in your life, which I never thought I did like gnomes, or at least I didn't think I wanted to stitch any gnomes. She happened to share with us like a Christmas finishy thing that she done. It's on Soda Stitch, and at the moment Soda Stitch have got like a discount price going on, and yeah, we ended up downloading some gnomes. So needless to say, I'm stitching gnomes. I'm stitching gnomes, guys. A medium size one. Bit of a retro vibe. Nice. And it's okay saying hola, I'm in Chile. I'm in Chile. And their friends say hola sometimes. Oh, that's okay then. All right, I don't feel so bad now then. But welcome to the stream in Chile. Spoiler, please. Okay, so the spoiler is, like I say, Soda Stitch. They've got a discount going on currently, or at least they were last night, because I was looking at it again last night because I can't help myself now. If you just type in on Etsy under Soda Stitch, gnomes, prepare to be wowed, enabled. There's a gnome for everyone. There's an autumn gnome, there's spring gnomes, there's Christmas gnomes, there's bee gnomes, there's Halloween gnomes, there's, yeah, basically almost any gnome that you want. There's a wine gnome. I really want to stitch that one, but not for me, but for a friend. Because as soon as I saw it, the first thing I thought about was a friend. Well, you all know her probably, Ellie Willy Stitcher. So that's the one that I do the Essex Needles retreats with. Whenever we go to our retreats on a Saturday night, she likes a little tipple, and it's always she's always got a glass of wine. And there's one for wine, and there's 3 gnomes. The one gnome's holding a glass over his shoulder. One's got grapes, and one's got a wine barrel. It's hilarious. I love it. Mags has just said, yeah, there's even a mother of gnomes. There is. As well as there's avatar gnomes. So if you like Avatar as well, you like little blue people. Honestly, talk about fall down a rabbit hole. Right, let me quickly concentrate. Mad Morty says, I know those gnomes. Right, let me make sure that I'm doing it, because I've gone a bit... I'm not sure where I've gone wrong. I'm not sure if I've gone wrong in this section or whether I've miscounted in this section currently. So I'm just trying to fathom out where I'm supposed to be, because we've definitely gone wrong. So this one should be 2. Problem is my thread's over there now. Hold up. So that one should be 2. That one's 3. So this one, oh no, guys, what have I done? What have I done? It's going badly already. Kelly says, oh my god, they have Harry Potter gnomes. Oh, count your stitches. Sometimes it's tricky. It's very tricky at the minute, trying to count and chat. Hold up, like, I'm confused. I've confused. Do you know what? Right now, I feel like I want to share with you my little portion of chart and let you all tell me where it's gone wrong, because like that's all I need. I just need someone to point me in the right direction here. So hold up, let me work out what's what. So that is that. So that's 2. Do you know what? I'm gonna do something really bad now. Okay, so ignore the fact that this thread is going to be going straight across the back. So if I'm not mistaken, this one... God, come on, Teresa. Okay, so this one's 2. I'm going to do it this way. I know there's going to be a thread that's going to cross the back, but I'm hoping that I'm going to end up stitching over that, so you won't see it. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. I just hope I'm doing this right. I think I'm doing it right. Today's live is frog with me. Yeah, about that. Maybe we should call it count with me, frog with me. Hi Tori, welcome to the stream. Okay, where was I? I'm getting easily distracted here. You're distracting me, guys. I love it when you do that, but it would be helpful if I was at least in the right place to start with, which I obviously am not. So that's 2. Okay, right. So then 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't know how I've managed to mess this up. I'll be honest. I'm rather confused by the whole thing. I think that's right. Don't mind me. Talk amongst yourselves. Although it's going to mess my colours up now. Look, my rows of colours are going to go a bit weird. It might look a bit funny. Do you think it's going to look a bit funny if I do this? What do we reckon? Hopefully I'll get... No, it's not going to get to the purple bit by the time I get to the purple. You won't notice it, right? Okay, I think we're there. Okay, so Tori's got a question. I got my first mirror, but they don't have PDF. What do other stitchers do to avoid marking up the original? The pattern is too big for me to scan at home. What do others do? I personally fold my chart so that it will fit on my little scanner at home, and I'll scan it. And then I'll work from a copy of that. But what I try and do is I mark off with a black marker where it sort of overlaps. So there's a little bit of like, I don't stick the pages together or anything like that. I sort of like copy as much as an A4 will let me copy, and then mark off on each one where the overlap is, if you see what I mean. That's personally how I do it. Ask for when I watch later. But how's your flag going? I've yet to start. Hannah, my flag hasn't started yet, but my threads have all turned up, so I do need to start it. I'm feeling that there's another new start in the wings, although I have looked at the size of it now. That's a bit scary, I've got to be honest. I'm working on Winter Snow by Lost in Stitches Designs. I'm stitching this with Sally. Look at you. Bit of stitching together. I love it. Yeah, Beth, the Mirabilias, I put those in my Good Notes. So once I've took my scan, I'll put it into Good Notes and mark it off on there. But just recently, I've started to revert back a little bit more to my paper copies, like when I'm doing these sorts of things, because I can't have a device that I'm marking off, because there's never enough plugs to plug everything in, and everything runs out of charge. So here and there I will revert back to paper, and it's great for when I'm on the train. I think it depends on when you're stitching. If you do lots of stitching at home, it's probably not a problem, but if you do lots of stitching sort of on the go, I find that on the go stitching requires a slightly different method. Hi Laurie, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good start to your day. Hopefully I'm not going to mess up my stitching now. Okay, I need to do a bit of marking so that we don't have a problem here. So Rachel says fold it over and make a copy of a quarter of the entire thing and work it on various pages like another paper chart. That's sort of what I do, I have to say. I mean, there is another option. You could take a picture of it. Hold on. Can someone shut this door for me? Thank you. Can I have a cup of tea? It's a bit early for Bailey's, guys. It needs to be a cup of tea, I'm afraid. What was I saying? Oh, dear God. So what you could try and do, I haven't tried this, so I'm just thinking on the hop here. Maybe you could try taking a picture of the chart and downloading that into Good Notes and see whether it'll let you mark over the top, because you can mark over the top of pictures in GoodNotes as well as like PDFs, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So you know that Goodreader, it's a PDF reader app. It's really good to mark everything. Yeah, so I think you can put the picture in of the whole chart if you can take a picture of it, a good picture on your camera, and you could do it that way. Yeah, I think everyone's on the right track. I do have a sketchbook app for my channel. It lets me import a picture and then add a layer to free mark on top. Do the photos come out clear enough to see then? Tori, I think it depends on how good your camera is on your phone or an actual camera. Mine's pretty good, I'll be honest. And if you get it so that it's just all in frame, I tend to find mine's fine. See, this is what I love about coming on here and doing stitching with my fellow flosstube friends, because everyone shares all their ideas and they share all the fun stuff that maybe none of us have actually thought about. So there's some of us that are sit there doing something really complicated, and then actually you find that there's a much simpler way of doing it. Okay, I think we're back on track. Okay, we're reverting back to a stitch with me and not a frog with me. She says, famous last words. Be careful what you say. I mean, Caesar's, we're in a whole sharing and caring environment. I was watching, I don't even know how it came up on my feed. Honestly, YouTube's got a strange way of how it picks out what it thinks you want to see. There was a video, I don't know how long ago it was made. I think it was quite a while ago. Has everyone heard of the Notions or Notion? Michelle Bendy Stitchy and another lady, the Stitchery, I think it is, were showing this like database tracking that they were using, which I thought was really, really good. So if you're not the sort of person that likes working or has Excel or those sorts of things, there's like a Notions database thing that you can download. It's really, really, well, I mean, I sort of knew about Notions, but hadn't really sort of thought that it would be any good for doing any tracking. But it's actually good for, I mean, I don't know, it's a bit fiddly for getting things like pictures and stuff in, because you'd have to take the pictures up, download them. Well, at least I do, because obviously all of my pictures go onto my iCloud, but then I have to download it onto my PC to then get it onto Notion. So pictures are a bit of a problem, but things like tracking your threads, tracking your fabrics, tracking your charts, love that idea. I don't think I would actually track my stitching on it as far as how much I'm stitching on stuff, because I do like my Excel, because it's just so much easier for me to just quickly just say, yeah, stitch that day. But it sort of does the same thing. And if you put all the blurb in and all the information in, you can track loads of stuff. So I was quite impressed with it. So that's how my morning started. Tori, I made a video on it of how to use it. Oh, I'll have to go and check that out. Could tell you what, can you ping it to me in like Discord or Messenger? Ping me the video link so that I can go watch it. For Pattern Keeper to a computer, if you load BlueStacks Android app first and then Pattern Keeper, it will work. I did this. So hold on. So for Pattern Keeper to a computer, if you load BlueStacks Android app first, then Pattern Keeper will work. Really? Really? Oh, that's bad to know. Okay, I need to write that down. Where's my little book? What did I do with my book? Oh, my book's over there. Hold on, I need to write that down. Interesting. I do love it when you guys share the knowledge. Sharing the knowledge, hold up, in the book. BlueStacks. How do you spell it? BlueStacks. Stacks. Android. I'm gonna have to try that. That's very good to know. Thank you for that. I use this Notion template. It is fabulous. The template is from Stitchy Natty. Yeah, that's the one. I suppose it depends on how you track, what you track, you know, the sorts of things that you like to track. I personally have got certain things that I like to do just on my Excel spreadsheet, just for ease. But it does really look like a good sheet or a good database to work from. And the fact that it's already sort of partially sort of like made for you. The only thing is though, is you have to sort of really know how to use Notion if you want to slightly edit the information coming out. But to be honest, that's no different to anything else, is it really? If you buy something that's sort of pre-made, you tend to find that you have to know how to use the app or the application to be able to make any real big tweaks or changes. Actually, I use Notions excessively for D&D, but for stitching, I use Google Sheets Excel. I prefer Excel because you can't put formulas into the spreadsheet. I use formulas to calculate from a log all the stats on a project. Yeah, see, I do like it when I get trend bars and things like that, which you don't get on that Notions thing. I would love a chart tracking app or something. The chart tracking app. See, I was thinking that. I was thinking that maybe Notions would be good for tracking my flosses and my threads and my charts and my fabrics. However, I would have to sit there and take pictures of everything and then load them in. I mean, it would be something you could do, but I think it would take me quite a lot because I've got such a lot to start with. It would take me a long time to get it all loaded in, if you know what I mean. So if I had endless amounts of time, I could do it in bite-sized chunks, but then I say that about all my organisation. I start off with all the best intentions in the world and then it sort of goes south. But I've been very good with my threads recently. So that was why at first I was thinking, well, that would be perfect for my threads. So I've started to make a start on my threads so that my threads are in there. And then maybe I'll just sort of add little bits. But I don't think I'll track it I won't use it for my tracking of my stitching. I can share my spreadsheet too if people want. It's log based, so you enter what you did that day and the name of the project, and it does the rest, including a graph on another page. Tori, I'd be interested to see it, and I'm sure, you know, if anyone else would be interested in seeing a spreadsheet, if you're looking to sort of track your projects and that sort of thing, then yeah, message Tori in the chat. I don't know how I connect you all to the dots, guys. I would love to say in Discord, but I haven't been on my Discord in, I'd say more than months, which is bad, but you know me and social media, I struggle with these things. So Martina says, yes, I put Pattern Keeper to my PC as well. BlueStacks is simulating an Android surface. I'm going to have to look into that. Cade's Crafts, I'm loving Notions, just getting my floss and whips in and working through adding all other charts. Yeah, it's the adding stuff in, I think, that's the problem. Most definitely. Who's that? Oh, is there a cup of tea coming my way? I do love it when the kids are up at times. Yeah. Thank you, slave. My little slave is helping. I definitely want to check out those Notion templates. I wonder how they did them. Do you know what, Tori? I've checked out how you work with Notion. It's actually a lot easier. They come as like blocks. So if if you're a bit techie, which if you've done Excel spreadsheets, you're techie enough, then it would be super easy for you to work with. Definitely go onto YouTube and see like Notions. It's so easy to use. Discord maybe, question mark. Or I can share from Google Docs with anyone's email. I'm terrible at social media too. Tori, I'm pleased I am not the only one there. It's a thing, right? It is a thing. All right, hold on guys, because I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. Okay, so let me just make sure we're doing this. So there should be 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're right. Hi, Cola Crafts. Gone back to the beginning. We've confused them already for those that are joining later. I don't think anyone's been in Discord other than to see if anyone's been in Discord. The problem is, do you know what? My daughter, she's got a channel. So if you're a gamer and you like Sims, Miss Lollipop Sims is my daughter. And she lives and dies. And her community live and die in Discord. So I think it's more of a gamer thing. But I think if I knew how to use it a bit better. But then it's more for people where, a bit like you guys, where I've gone live and you're all over it. That sort of community. So you don't, it's not very far reaching. It's just the guy, you know, the people that connect with you anyway as part of like whatever it is you're doing. So maybe I should start YouTubing how to use Discord correctly. Because at least that way there's a place. There's a place for like when we do this and we're going to share something. We could easily share on Discord. I track everything in Notions, charts, floss, fabrics, projects, trackers, WhipGo. Some of the pages link directly to the spreadsheets. Very quick to learn. It gets fast. It is really good, Sue. I must admit, when I was playing with it this morning, I did think it was very good. And although I do my own Excel spreadsheet and, you know, I've got my own way of doing certain things, that's not to say that, you know, I don't advocate that other people's stuff is really good as well. Because when I went on it, I was like, wow, that's actually pretty impressive. I was rather excited by it, let's say. It would potentially and most likely be a very good tool for me to use. Now, see how organised I am. I haven't even got a pair of scissors. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let me get some scissors now. So not prepared for this, was I? Typical gamers use it, but it's really just Skype dressed up a bit. Yeah. Right, ignore the outfit, okay? Ignore the floppy pants. I'm on a down day. It's a true relaxing day with the jog pants today. I'm on like a jog pant day. What did I just do with my needle? Oh, I put it up there, didn't I? What sort of a day is this? Talk about impromptu stitching. I love it. Hey, Charlotte, my lovely. Oh my God, I only just seen you're on. It was very impromptu, Charlotte. Don't feel that you missed something. You haven't missed a notification because I basically just went, you know what? I'm sitting here stitching, so let's just go live. Oh no. Guys, I just dropped my needle on the floor now. Bonbons, whatever you do, don't move, sweetheart, because Mummy's just dropped her needle. Where did it go? And I heard it go ping, ping, ping on the floor. So it could be anywhere now. Late to the party as I transplanted bulbs. I might be late to my own party in a minute as well, because I now need to find where that needle just pinged off to. Oh no. Oh no, get a magnet quick. I haven't got one. Well, I have. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Oh no, I'm currently sorting out my... Oh, where did it go? Right, I'm going down, people. I could be a while. You need a magnet extendable pointer. Do you know what? I had one of those. I did. But now ask me where is it? I have no idea. Oh no. I've got to get it, people, because the dogs. I'd hate for them to, you know, think that it's something fun to eat or... Right, hold on. I need to move some stuff around. Bonbon, stay there. Don't move. Oh no. Oh no! Where did it go? I'm going down. Hello, baby. Did you see Mummy's needle? If you do, you won't eat it, will you? You're not going to eat the needle. Ah, got ya. Found it. Hold up. I haven't found it. Ah. We're back. Oh no. Got it. Okay. The magnet, it worked, guys. Great suggestion, because I would have been just scrappling around on the floor there. Oh. Do you know what? It wouldn't be a Teresa live without all this excitement, would it? This is just... We're having a day of it. Victoria said, "Yep, I know what you mean. I was beading a shawl, and I had to check couple of times from the pillow to the sofa's cushions." Do you know what? If I didn't have the dogs, I don't think I'd be like, oh, well, whatever. I'll just go and, you know, I'll just quickly grab another needle. But when you've got the dogs, you cannot leave the needles laying around. Oh, Benjamin, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Look at this surface. Look at this service. Ben, are you trying to poison me?
Why?
It's got no sweetness in it, my love.
It's mixed in. Just give it like a minute or two. I did just stir them in.
Really? How many did you put in there?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's still not sweet enough, give it a shot.
It's not sweet enough. It's not sweet enough. I know what you mean. Story of my life looking for needles. Oh, Susan, it's a thing, right? A friend of mine lost her needle, her pup found it and had to be put down. I'm now paranoid when a needle drops. Yeah, see, I don't leave needles laying about. I mean, to be honest, the girls are really good. They don't tend to go near my projects. So I can leave them on the needle minders on the projects, but they're very much like, you know, if something falls on the floor and you're not watching them, they'll be like, oh, that looks like something interesting, you know, is that edible? And they will just put it out there. I found a needle in my vacuum once. Do not recommend. I love my magnet extender, otherwise my hubby finds them with his feet. Yeah. I mean, luckily for me I say luckily, it's probably not luckily. There aren't that many people that come into the office other than the dogs and myself. So that's why it's sort of like, you know, if one goes missing, if anyone's going to find it. And because the dog's noses are so close to the floor, so, you know, they tend to, anything that you want to find, you just need to sort of like let the girls go in there and let them sniff around. They'll eventually find it. Victoria, did you stir it, Ben? Honestly, who makes a cup of tea without stirring it? It's god awful. The tea's nice. It's just that it's like it has no sugar in it. I mean, I know he says he put 4 in there, but I don't think there's 4 in there. I really don't think there's 4 in there. And I am one of those. I think because I have sweeteners, I am one of those people where it's like, if you try and drink a cup, you know, when someone gives you a cup of tea or coffee and it's got no sugar in it or no sweeteners in it whatsoever, it's like, oh, that's horrible. Oh dear. Multi, you've just finished your model stitch. Yay! I think we should get some claps in the chat for Multi. Although, I don't know how you do model stitching, because I would be gutted if it's like I've sat there stitching on something and then it's not mine. It goes somewhere else. I'd hate that. Mad Multi says, on needles, it's horrible when you don't find the needle you lost for a couple of days, and we have 2 dogs and a cat. Yeah. No, that I'd be breaking into a sweat. There'd be no way that I could walk around knowing that it hasn't been found. Lol, can you stir this tea?
It is already stirred. He has stirred it.
It's not. Well, it hasn't got any sweeteners in it then.
He did put sweeteners in it. Sorry, put them in there. Because you have to remake your tea.
Why?
Because he put normal milk in the first one.
Oh. Ben needs a little training. Ben made me a cup of tea and then had to make me another cup of tea because he put normal lactose milk in my tea, and I don't have lactose in my tea. I have lactose free in my tea. Love him. Oh, he's so lovely, because at least he made me the cup of tea, right? I should be more grateful. I really should, but it needed a little bit of extra kick there. I drink my coffee and tea black. I do like black coffee, just not black tea. I'm not a black tea drinker, I'll be honest. Multi, it is yours. So have you charted your own chart? Are you doing some designing then? Oh, let me try now. Thank you, Lolly.
It's probably got 8 sweeteners in it now, so it should be sweet enough.
That's amazing. Thank you. So much better with sugar. Well, it's not sugar, with sweeteners. Much better. Thank you, everyone. It's for the Stitchers Collective March Zin. Multi, you need to send me a picture. You know what I'm like. I'm not in the know about these things. Share with me so I can see. Me and 14 others. Design number 4. Look at you. Look at you. See, these are the sorts of things that you don't know if you're not actually out. Well, I'm not normally out looking, am I? Not normally out looking. But I hope you're feeling better. I watched your last update with you and the Brom. And you was all full of cold and coughs and stuff, and that was me. So when I came back from my little stitchy getaway, when we was there was 1 or 2 people that were there coughing, and at the time I was like, you know when you sort of sit there going, oh no, and I was like, no, just don't go that side of the room with the coughing people, because I seem to catch everything at the moment. It's like I've got no immune system. I have, but it's just that if there's ever anything in the room, I'm the first person to catch whatever it is. So I sort of was trying to give everything a bit of a wide berth, and I'd booked the Monday off work, so I was there from the Thursday to the Sunday, and then because I knew that I had quite a big sort of drive home, I'd sort of booked the Monday as well, because I'm like, by the time I get home, I've still got washing to do, I've still got sorting out, still all the things that don't get done on the weekend when you're away. So I was like, well, I'll do that then, and I'll take the Monday off, and then I'll go into work on the Tuesday. So on Monday when I woke up, I still didn't feel too bad, to start with. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get all my chores done so that I'm all ready and prepped for the week to be back into the city. And by Monday afternoon, I was good for nothing. I was stuck on a sofa feeling absolutely dreadful. On Tuesday, I had to apologise profusely to my boss. How bad is that? I've been away from Thursday, was due to go back in on the Tuesday. And then I'm messaging her in the morning to say, I'm so sorry, I can't come in, I'm sick. And I said that I'd work from home. Well, I tried to work from home. I had to keep going and laying down. I felt absolutely dreadful. Needless to say, for the first time in a very, very long time, instead of working from home because I was sick, I actually just had to lay in bed and sleep because I felt so dreadful. And I was like that for about 3 days. It was horrible. So yeah, that's the only trouble now, is if I'm around people in general, it's like any germ that's going, I'm likely to catch. But obviously it wouldn't have been so bad if I hadn't have taken all the time off work to be away. But it's the whole, you know, when you've then got to explain to work why you can't go into work. Yeah, I don't think it went down very well, let's say. Teresa, what time is it over there? It's 9:40 a.m. here. So here in the UK, it is 2:42 in the afternoon. So we're like just after lunchtime now. Mag said, wide berth, question mark. You were chasing me round the tables. Yeah, but you weren't the one that was doing all the coughing. I didn't think I needed to worry about you, Mags. You looked like you was, you know, fine fettle, my love. Fine fettle. I've got a little rogue bit of... That's it, we got that. It's summertime here, but the heat wave leave me so tired sometimes. I keep seeing the floss tube instead of stitching. I can imagine. We could only wish for a heat wave right now because we're so not having any of that. Charlotte says, think the bugs are going round. We were all poorly over the past few weeks. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I remember when Lauren was smaller, I sort of accepted it because, you know, when you've got small children, they come home with all of it, don't they? They come home with all the germs. But now that obviously, you know, Lauren and Ben are older and, you know, Lauren's a social misfit anyway. She's a total hermit. She doesn't really leave the house. So I don't really need to worry about her bringing stuff back. Really, the only one that potentially could be bringing germs back is more sort of Darren and Ben. But both of them must have immune systems of an ox because they don't really get that sick very often. But yeah, that floored me. But the worst part about it was I come home with that on the Sunday and obviously was feeling dreadful by Monday. By Wednesday, Ben and Lauren were down. So like I came home and then just infected everyone. I'm sure I was like true flavour of the month. And Lauren is only just starting to get over it. She still has a little cough here and there. So in Chile it's 11:43 in the morning. Laurie, where are you? Are you in Canada, Laurie? Oh, hello. Phone's ringing. Is it something to worry about? It's an 0203 number. No, we won't answer that. We won't answer that because I don't know what it is. $25°C already. Imagine that. Oh. Do you know what? You're saying imagine that. Darren was trying to convince me that maybe the first week of March we could go away for a week to like Gran Canaria just for like a quick 1 week getaway to the sun. And I was like, we can't. I was like, we're supposed to be doing DIY. We're supposed to be like ripping floors up, and so I'm like, we haven't got time. And then because then we was just trying to see like, could we make it work with work? You know, could I get out on the same days that he could get out? And in the end I was just like, let's just not bother. This is harder than it needs to be. So much harder. So yeah, I had to be the sensible one and tell him, you know, we've got a holiday booked, I think. So I'm off to Italy in, I think it's in May, with the ladies for a bit of stitching. But then I think it's June or July, I'm away for a week in Greece. So I'm like, well, it's not like we haven't got any holidays. We have. Oh no, got a knot, guys. Do you know what? Oh, I think we'll be good. We can cover that. So Laurie, you're in Ontario, Canada, so just north of Toronto. Hey, Kath. Catherine is on the stream. And she's just reminded me that I need to check in with Mags. Mags, how's the mooses going? Are we stitching up a storm on the mooses? So when I was at the retreat, Mags was there. And she'd made these beautiful, like, Christmas ornament moose. And we was all so impressed with how well she done it that we was all like, well, we want a moose. So I think we all need a moose. Definitely all need a moose. I just need something to hang on my Christmas tree is what I need, because you know how well my Christmas stitching goes. Am I the only one? Do you guys... Do you manage to ever get any stitching done for yourself? Like Christmas ornament and finishy type things? Or am I the only one that's stupid enough to do nothing but stitching for other people when it comes to Christmas? Oh, Mags, you bought the special beads for my moose. That may be as far as I've got. Well, that's okay. That's okay, because it's a work in progress, right? Am I allowed to share it on flosstube when it arrives, Mags? When I next see you, is that allowed? Do you know what? We're getting close to finishing this page here. Mag says, I've got until next year, right? You have got until next year, Mags. Don't worry. There's no Christmas tree up at the moment. Once the Christmas tree's back up, then I need something to put on it. Of course you can share it, as long as it doesn't create more moose orders. Yeah, Mag's basically done one moose finish, like Christmas moose, for herself, I think. Which then turned into, I think, how many orders did you get, Mags? 4? So Mags has just got seconded into doing stitching other than her own stitching. She's going to stitch for all of us. All my stitching is done for me. Too selfish. Do you know what? I need to work with that. I need to be better at it. I was actually thinking that I need to start thinking about some of my Christmas stuff for others. Would you believe? Okay, so Tori's posted a link in the Discord for the example spreadsheet if anyone's interested. I don't know how to post it. Tori, could you can you put a link in the chat to the Discord for me? Can you do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, hold on. I'm just double checking that I'm not about to mess this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, how hard is 5? 5's an easy number. Okay, I need one more. Look, we're getting so close to a page finish. I'm so excited. What do you reckon? Do you reckon I'll get a page finish done on this live? God, I hope so. It's only a Mill Hill moose. It's not huge. I know, but I haven't even managed to do a Mill Hill moose for myself. Or any Mill Hills for myself, in all fairness. Picture of the last lot of releases is now in Discord. The butterfly is going into my Etsy shop in March, as it was in another Zine-like magazine. And March 17th is when I can release it for sale. Oh, how exciting. We need to put a link to the Discord. Where's my scissors gone? Honestly. I'm wondering if I can link to my Discord. Has anyone got the link to the Discord? Ah, come on, turn over. Oh, it's too tight now. Oh, come on, what are you doing? Okay, let's do it this way. There we go. Oh, I'm loving this. Loving this. Beautiful work and so love it. For the Twitch Stitch group, I also put in the Karen's group if anyone is already there. Good chat, Tori. The variegation is pretty, Teresa. I love it. I love the colours in this, and I love this. Well, of course, being that it's a silk, it's an absolute joy to work with. Absolute joy. Love working with the silks. I'm regretting sorting out my whips cabinet. I've managed to bury myself. Don't get lost in there, Charlotte. You're a tiny wee little thing, darling. Laurie says, I have a page finish in Poltergeist Pirate using pink pencil to mark pattern since Teresa enabled me. Oh, well done, Laurie. You've got a page finish. I think we need some claps in the chat for Laurie. Nothing quite like that wonderful feeling of a page finish, although it depends on how many more pages you've got, but you know, we'll take each milestone as we can. I've managed to get 2 Mill Hill Christmas decorations for my daughter, but sadly none for me yet. Claire, come on. You're as bad as me. What size needle is that? It looks long. Maybe it's the zoom in. Amy, it's not a very big needle. I think it's a size 20. What is that? I think it's a size 26. Is what it looks like. Mad Morty and the Brom. How do you get it to actually be a link? Yeah, Morty, how did you do that? Did you just... Oh, actually, do you just sort of get the URL from the top line in Discord? I'm a mod on Teresa's lives. Oh, there, I forgot that. I'm assuming it means that other people can't just put things in the chat, or at least links in the chat. I hadn't thought about that. Right, quick. I need to do a quick reference check here. I'm just trying to... Right. Anyone on here that stitches the Long Dong samplers? Anybody else? Do you know the back stitch in the chart, is that 1/1? Sorry, is that 1/2 or is it 2/2 for the back stitch? Yay, loving this, loving the claps in the chat. Stitchy Mermaid says, just curious, what type of stitching stand are you using? So this is one that I haven't done my review on yet because I've been working with it, but I really should because I've been working with it long enough now to do my review. This is the Omnique Mantis desk stand. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, it does work for my frames, but only the small ones. So it won't work for big ones. It'll only work for the small ones. But it does work fabulously for my Q-snaps as well. Hence the reason why I use it for my lives. It's just so much easier to use. And because you can flick it over. Hi, Anne. Welcome to the stream. Stitching with the kids. Yes. So it's 1/2. Use 1 strand. Okay. Okay, so the back stitch needs to be 1 strand. Okay, so I need to work out now where I need to be. Okay, so I think we'll start here now. People, we're so close to a page finish. And with my first bit of back stitch on this whole design. Single strand for back stitch on the L&Ds, I think. Thank you for the link, Morty. So anyone that's interested in Morty's model stitches and also the spreadsheet that we was talking about for Tori, there's links now in the chat in Discord so that you can see the spreadsheet and also you can see Mad Morty's designs. I'll go and have a little look after the stream, I think. Hi everyone, beautiful colours. I'm stitching my Lativa flag, Latvian Quaker flag. Yay, another flag. Do you know what? There's so many of you that are doing that flag. Mine hasn't started yet. But I must admit, I'm a bit intimidated about how big it is now that I've actually looked to see how big it is. So Tori says, thank you. This is an example. If people have questions or want me to make a clean template, I can. Fabulous. Regarding links, I think it's only moderators and channel owners who can post links in the chat. At least that's what I've been told on other live streams I follow. Okay, good to know. Good to know. It might be easier if I made personalised copies too, because the formulas rely on the project names. Ah. Just keep stitching, Teresa. Go for it. But we're getting there. We are slowly getting there. I mean, how long has this one been in the making? That's the big question. I mean, although this isn't one of my, I think Castles in the Air was the older of the two. But this one is probably the easier one to stitch. That was why I decided to go with this one. It was this or it was my Afghan, because I'm on a new block from my Afghan. Because I was really undecided today. Today I almost, she said. I almost did like a mid-month floss tube. So instead of doing the live, I was thinking maybe I should do a floss tube and just sort of cover what I've done so far. And then I'm like, nah, because then I'm going to spend all day doing videoing and not actually do any stitching. Whereas this way, at least I get to stitch with you. Charlotte's normally the link queen, but she's up to her eyebrows in whips today. She's probably suffocated under them, Morty. I can't remember how many whips she said she had, but there's a whole lot of them. Maybe we should put out like an SOS call for Charlotte, just to make sure she's okay. Oh, she has answered, so she must be okay. Castles in the Sky Air. Wow, that has so much backstitch. Tell me about it. You still alive, Charlotte? So out of curiosity, Charlotte, what is it? So yeah, 300 plus charts or 300 plus whips Charlotte has on the go. So quick question, Charlotte, what is it that you're currently organising at the moment? What are you drowning in currently whilst I'm sitting here chatting? Are you doing your charts? Are you doing your whips? What are you doing? I love it when people are organising. It makes me want to be much more organised. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so this one needs an extra one over here. So just about, and I'm currently organising the whips that need bags. So they're whips that aren't in bags. That's even worse, Charlotte. What are they doing? Just floating about? All loose and stuff. And I'm assuming that you can't... Oh, that is so many whips. I know. I know. What would you do with 300 whips? I have... It gives me the jitters as soon as I get anywhere near the 30 mark. If I get anywhere near 30, I start to get palpitations. Should have said project bags. Lots of plastic bags which are falling apart. Oh, right. I see. So have you got enough project bags for all of these 300 whips of yours? And for all the ones that are in plastic? And just out of curiosity, so for those of you that are in the chat, how many of you actually use project bags versus just, you know, those like zip bags? Lots of Ziploc bags. The sewing shop in Canada has amazing bags that I put multiple whips in when they are similar designs. Does anyone else do anything different? So Claire does Ziploc bags. Rosa, I use both project bags and zip bags. Laurie, pillowcases till you get what you need. Good shout, like that. I use both. I only have 4 and it's won a lot of Ziploc bags. I have 3 project bags, but otherwise Ziploc bags. Amazon A3 project bags for me. Martina's just joined the Discord. Welcome to the Discord, Martina. I will try and get in there after I finish this live. The project bag I make, I use Ziploc bags, but only have a couple of whips. So, since there's so many of us that use Ziploc bags and we use project bags, and we've got one person on there that uses pillowcases before you need everything, does anyone on the stream use anything else or use something different? I'm intrigued now. 5 whips, 2 project bags, 3 folders for stationery shop. Easy for me, it's a monogamous stitcher. Oh, Susan, love it. One bag, one project. That sort of makes it a bit simpler. Although I don't think I could monogamous stitch. I have tried it. What's that one? Wait, do the Ziplocs get static? I don't know actually. Hey Kerry, my lovely, welcome to the stream. Bags from Shen and Cigar. Bags from Shen and Cigar? What on earth is that? Am I missing something here? Is that like a joke? I've just said a joke and I don't know it. Is that what just happened? So Flossie says, try to keep current whips in project bags and everything else in zip bags. Need to make more project bags as there are so much more fabric sitting here in the drawer. Plastic envelope folders for my thread. Oh, I use small cosmetic bags for my threads. That's a good idea. Kay says I use the chocolate tins. Shoot, got to run for family breakfast. So, bye my lovely. Go and enjoy breakfast. You're making me hungry now. Catch you later. Thanks everyone for the ideas, suggestions. There are bags that come with clothes in that I then steal from my projects. You look just fine. It's great to be comfortable when you're stitching. I use project bags only because I make them. Yeah, I don't really have the time to make any, I'll be honest. I have all the ideas in my head. I mean, this is it. I keep saying if I was ever retired, I would have all the time in the world to do all these things, but I've got all the ideas, but no time. John Lewis bags fit an 11-inch Q-snap perfectly. Good to know. Good to know. Right, where are we at? Where are we at on this? Okay, so we're... Oh, it's so close, people. I use paper CD envelopes for my floss storage. They have a clear area to see the colours. That's a good shout. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Right, hold on. I need to move the thread. We want it over there. And then I want it up here. That's it. I have all the stuff for making and none of the same time as you, Teresa. I must send my fabric to Susie. Mag says retirement doesn't help. All I want to do is stitch and not make project bags. You're not selling it to me, Mags, darling. You're supposed to sit there and tell me that being retired means that I'll have all the time in the world to do all the things and my creative juices can run wild for once in my life, instead of being totally capped, which is where we're at now. I can't bring myself to buy project bags. I would rather spend the money on stash. I do have one that hubby bought me for Christmas. Michaela says I use sheet protectors, like the ones that I use for my papers, the cheapest possible, so that I can spend the little money available on actual stitching. Yeah, I suppose when it comes down to what is affordable, it makes it a bit more tricky, doesn't it? Weedy Flower Creations, first time joining you all here. Welcome to the stream. Charlotte says Susie the bag dealer. Yeah, but Susie is fabulous with her bags. I do love Susie's bags. So Mag says being retired isn't all bad. She managed to finish her world travel, which she brought to the retreat that we went to, and it was lovely. Huge. How many years did it take you to stitch that world travel, Mags? Is anyone having a leap year new start? I can't afford any more new starts. I've had to put some of my projects up out the way just so that they don't overwhelm me as it is. I have enough trouble just trying to behave myself and stitch what I'm supposed to stitch. Right, okay, let's just mark off where we're at. So we've done that one, and then we've done that one. I can't comment it was a long time, but I'm not monogamous. No, you're not. Most definitely you're not. Thankfully you're not, because otherwise we wouldn't be getting any mooses anytime soon. Because most of your projects are quite beastie. Mags are still obsessed with your death by cross stitch. I've never done diagonal stripes again. Oh, I'm never doing diagonal stripes again on your long dog. I hadn't noticed that, Mags. I'll have to check that out next time. Oh look, we've not got enough. Or have we got enough thread? Oh, we're so close. Hold up. 1, 2. Hold on. Oh no. Now I've got to try and rethread this. Hi Martina, welcome from Michigan. Welcome to the stream. Oh, don't you just love it when this happens? This is just turned into such a hot mess, guys. And I really want this page finished. Okay, let's see if I can... Do you know what? Oh. Something else is wrong. Yeah, it is. Oh, would you? Would you believe it? It's wrong. Damn. See, if I hadn't have been sitting here paying total notice about what I was doing. Right. So those 4 that were already there were already wrong. Hello across the pond, Crisscross Stitch. Welcome to the stream, my lovely. How are you doing? Are you stitching? Are you keeping well? Okay, what's this? Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel. The price is lower than other competitors. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient order management panel chat. Everything is in your hands. A huge number of customs. Right, okay. I'm guessing that's a bot that's in the chat. So we'll, yeah. Okay, my little Twitch friends. What is that bot? Hey, Kerry's daughter. Welcome to the stream. I'm so pleased to hear you're a big fan. What are you stitching on? I take it you're doing some stitching, are you? Or is it just your mum that does stitching? Right, I need to get this back out of there. I've just... Anyone that's just joining the stream that's wondering what I'm doing, this is not a frog with me video, but it just sort of looks like one because we're having a whole hot mess going on here. But it wouldn't be a Teresa live if we didn't have some sort of drama, and I'm having my own set of dramas here. Okay, right, let me rectify this problem we have going on here, because it appears that something that I didn't stitch at today's live is actually where the problem is, because it's in the wrong place. I'm doing a little mouse from my cross stitch magazine. Lovely. You'll have to get your, once you've got it done, you'll have to give it to your mum so she can bring it to the next retreat so I can see your fair work. Oh. The frog is section, I frogged a section 2. So it's a thing, right? Now, the only snag I've got is I haven't got my snippies to snip this out, because that's wrong. Or at least that one's wrong. I wonder if I can do it with my scissors. We could, as long as I don't snip the fabric, we'll be fine. Yeah, that's pretty loose. We can get that under there. Ah, there we go. So I know that this is a real crude stitching going on here. Everyone's probably like looking in shock now, like, Teresa, what are you doing? Do you know what? I might just take them all out, because otherwise they're just going to fall out. Oh, I don't know. That's not. Let's see if we can pull that to the back. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can stitch over the top of that to stop it from undoing. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, we'll leave that there for a minute. Love your nails. They're a bit Christmassy, aren't they? I must admit. That wasn't the intention. they just ended up looking that way, and I was like, do you know what? I don't mind that. We can have extended Christmas nails. Okay, so let me just reload my needle with this glorious silk and see if we can sort out my little hot mess here. Mum told me you were on the live and I wanted to tune in, but I didn't know what you were stitching. So for those that have just joined, in the top left hand corner of the picture you will see what I'm stitching. It is a long dog sampler tap dancer, and it's one of those lovely stitches that is just so therapeutic, and I would say easy. It is easy, but I seem to make it harder than it needs to be, apparently, hence the reason why there's this whole frogging action that's going on. Now what I need to try and do is anchor this thread and then make sure that I sew over the threads that I just cut so that they don't unravel. Okay, so that's the thread that we cut, so I need to work this out now. Okay, let's move him that way. Now think about it. What are we doing? So the top one should be there and the next one down should be there. Okay, so hopefully this will fix it. Long dog sampler charts make me count like crazy, but they are so beautiful. They are when it's going according to plan, right? Okay, so let me just double check that I'm getting this right. Okay, so we should have 4 there, 1 down there. Okay, so we're back on track. Fabulous. She might finish the mouse in about 20 years time. She's a very slow stitcher. Kerry, there is nothing wrong with slow stitching. I should know. I mean, let's just put it out there. What is for all of my lovely friends on this live, what is the year of your oldest whip? Come on. I think mine is 2016. In fact, I'm going to check whilst I've got you on here. Hold up. What year is it? Yeah, so my oldest whip is 2016. So come on. $1986. Wow. 1997. $2020. So there's quite a few of you that have got whips that are just sort of like 4 or 5 years old, but there's some on here like 1997. Hi Linda, welcome to the stream. 2016, May last year, as it's when I started my first Haid. I found one from 1985. Morty got caught up. Hers is to 2021. Got caught up last year. Charlotte's, think mine probably about 2001. It's not too bad, Charlotte, not considering you've got 300 whips, sweet sis. Laurie, 1991. And that was when I first started, well, that was when I started cross stitching in the earnest. 2021, I got caught up last year. 2014 for Mary. Okay, you're making me feel a bit better now. My 2016 is not quite so bad after all, then, is it? Right, let me just refer. Where are we at? Okay, so we've got that one. My dad brought a massive suitcase from the loft to me, or to mine. Found all the missing whips from being a teenager. Oh, I bet that was a blast from the past. That's like, you know, when you put sort of stuff up in, I mean, I don't know what it's like out in the States, but here in the UK, because we have limited space, we get it, when we say the stuff in the loft, we're talking about in the roof space. So in our roof space, we're basically, I suppose that's your attic, isn't it? Let me just think about this. Yeah, so our loft is your attic. We store all our stuff up there, like all our bits and pieces that don't have a home. But when you go up there, there's always like your old school reports or your, like you say, Charlotte, your old stitching stuff that you had from when you was a teenager. My mum kept my very first pram, would you believe, and my ponchos, because that was when, you know, I was a 70s baby. So being a 70s baby, it was like, you know, ponchos was the way to go. So my mum used to dress me in flared jeans, ponchos. I mean, it's all back now. Shame I don't fit in it, but it's sort of all back and you're like, wow. I must admit, when I was younger, I used to look at those pictures and I used to be cursing my mum because I was like, why on earth would you dress me like that? She assured me it was the rage and that we weren't just sort of like, you know, we weren't the untrendy people. It was apparently the all-in thing. But when I was a kid, I was looking back on it, I was horrified. Absolutely horrified by what she put me in. I had the worst hairdo in the world. Looked like someone put a basin on top of my head and just cut round the outside. Okay, now I've lost the scissors. Ah, there they are. My whip from, what's this one? Mine was probably 2008, but I finally finished it last year. The Flying Scotsman. Lovely. My whip from 1997 was bought before my youngest son was born, and now he's in his final 2 months of his PhD in physics. Morty says, I've had an idea. I'll message you after the live. That's worrying. That's very worrying, Morty. I'm not sure. Right, okay. So just to clarify, for my long dog people, it's 1 strand over 2 for the back stitch, right? It makes you realise how your taste changed. My dad also brought down my pushchair and we used it for the youngest 30-plus-year-old pushchair. Love it. Love it. Morty, don't scare us. Yeah, it's a bit concerning as to what she's going to ping me. It could be just about anything. Yep, stitch 1 over 2 back stitch. See? What would I do without you all? Okay, we're about a few sticks of back stitch for a page finish on a live stream. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? This is going to be a shocker. Okay, here we go. I just hope. Now, this is the first bit of backstitch that I'm actually doing on this project, so it's going to be fairly interesting to see whether this thread now actually shows up on the backstitch, because it shows up when you're doing 2 over 2 on a full cross, but this was the only bit that did worry me about using this thread. So let me just refer to where I need to be. So 1, 2, 3. And you'll have to let me know. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm in Essex from next Saturday night for a few days. Are you now, madam? Are you now? Yes. You need to ping me. Okay, so can you still see this? I'm worried about whether you can still see it in backstitch. How are we looking? Yes, Mum's gone into a care home. Oh, Morty, I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Okay. Okay, how does the backstitch look? Can you see it? It's not too muted, is it, that you can't see it? I think I'm going to have to be a bit careful when I'm doing this because the areas of this thread, like this light colour here, you won't be able to see the backstitch. So I'm going to have to make sure that when I'm doing the backstitch, I'm only using dark sections of this silk thread, I think. But I think as long as I stay in the darker sections, the backstitch should work. If you're telling me you can see it fine on the screen. If you can see it fine on the screen, it'll be fine. Okay. Oh, would you believe it? I've just... Charlotte says... Oh, what was that? I've missed something. Hold on. I can see the backstitch. So, Teresa, when I get older, what memorabilia would be better, easier for me as I'm only 11? Oh, love you. You're such a sweetheart. 11. Not sure. Age really doesn't mean anything. And it depends on what sort of things you like to stitch. Because it's all very well and good saying what would be the best or the easiest for you to stitch. But if you're actually really good at stitching, what is easy for one person is not easy for someone who's maybe not as far along as you. So I think your first thing first, before you worry about whether it's easy enough, it's whether you like it enough, because the mirabilias are normally a fair size. So it really does need to be something that you really, really like as a starting point. And then from there, then you start worrying about, well, is it very complicated? Because to be honest, you're quite lucky because you've got your mum. So if you was to get stuck, you've got your mum that can give you the guidance. Whereas if it's someone that hasn't got somebody else to help them, then they might get a little bit overwhelmed by it. But you won't have that problem because you've got your support network to help you. Charlotte is right, the mermaids are nice. I've not stitched any myself. Okay, hold on. I need to concentrate for a minute, just in case I go wrong here. So we're going across one. Why does that look like it's too far up? So then... That's 2. Right, so it needs to go there. I don't know. I hate backstitch, just in case anyone hadn't worked it out. Okay. I've no idea what that backstitch is, but whatever it is, I got a page finish. We's done. Yay! Look at me go. I'm very happy. I am very happy because I never thought I'd ever get off this page. There we go. Ah, love it. Would you look at my first page finish on my tap dancer? One down and God knows how many to go. Who knows how many more to go. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I can't wait to get down to the bit at the bottom where the two dancers are together and sort of the guy's got the woman over to one side. I'm like, I remember the days well when I did all the dancing and it was lovely, but it's over. It's not nice when you have to accept some things, isn't it? So Mary says, is it an ant? I don't know. Has anyone done tap dances? Does anyone know what this is? Actually, I've got the chart. Let me see. Let me see what the chart refers to. Do you know what? It is an ant, but it's the body. It's the that's the body. Its head. Where's its head? I don't know. That might be its head. Oh, it is an ant. Yeah, look, because that's the ant's head. That's its body. This is its legs, and I'm assuming this is its sticky out eyeballs. There we go. I've learnt something new. So now, I suppose the next question is, with a little bit of help from you guys, is what do we do now? Do I? Let me do I go to the page to the right now? Or shall I go down? What do we reckon? Because I tend to block page mine. So I won't just go along and work along the top and then work down. I'll do like page 1 and then I'll either do page 2, page 3. So how I do a full coverage with my blocks is how I do my pages. So what do we reckon? Should I do the one to the right, the block here, over on this side, or should I go underneath and start the next bit? I will go with your... So Charlotte says to the right. Missing in a stitch says go down. Okay, that's one each. Maybe I should do a poll. Can I do a poll? Let's do a poll, shall we? Just to see. Let's see if the tech works, guys. But it's whether the poll will work. Will the poll work for... Hold up. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Okay. I'm going to put on here down. All right. It's not easy to do this. Hang on. Where to start next page. Okay, here we go. Oh, add options. Okay, what's the options? No, I don't want to add an option. That's it. Oh, how do I take away an option? So if I go down or right, how do I make that go away now? Hold up. Let me see if I can do this. Copy. Okay. I'm going to start a poll just to show that I can do multitasking. Down or right. Okay, start poll. Here we go. Let's see who says what. So we're going to go with the highest percentage. Now, I don't know if this works because I'm multi-streaming this on YouTube and Twitch. I'm not sure whether it does this for Twitch and YouTube or whether it's just my YouTube. I missed the heads up for this live stream. Just joined. Hope all is well. Pat, my lovely, you didn't really miss an update that it was coming. I done rather an impromptu stitch with me. Just because I was sitting here stitching and I was like, I might as well not just sit here and stitch on my own. I might as well stitch with others. So that's exactly what I did. I just decided that I'm going live. So anyone that happens to be hanging out on YouTube or Twitch can come and hang out with me. And you all arrived. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, well, you know, worst case scenario, I can always just, you know, dribble along to myself, you know, and just talk about what it is that I'm doing. And, it, you know, if no one actually joins the live, I could just post it as a stitch with me like later. But then you lovely lot all arrived. So, yeah. Can't say thank you more than that, can I? Okay, we're going to give it another half a minute. YouTube, oh, so poll is only on YouTube, not on Twitch. See, I don't know how to get it to go on Twitch. I can't do a poll on Twitch, can I? Can I do a poll on Twitch? Chat settings. No, I don't think I can. No. Okay, we'll give it one more minute. Okay, here's the answer. Okay, so 68 of you said go to the right and 31% of you said go down. So it looks like we're moving to the right, doesn't it? It's going to be a right thing. We're going right. We're not going to the left. We're not going down. We're going to go to the right. So the fun and games, the fun and games. So if I'm going right, oh, we're going to get the crow. So at least there's one good thing. We're going to get a crow. So let me just share the picture with you. Hold on. So we're going to be going to about this bit, sort of along here. Good choice. Good choice. At least there's some interesting stuff. At least there's some interesting stuff for me to crack on with. Well, I've had an absolute blast, people. An absolute blast. Let me just read what the chat says. Also, Teresa, I'm a new subscriber, so let's get you to 30,000 subscribers. Oh, thank you. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber, my lovely. I'm almost finished the cross stitch gnome, only 300 stitches left. Jen, you're not down the gnome stitching too, are you? Melissa, having you pop up was a delight, a surprise on a Saturday morning. I didn't know you was on, so got to rewind to the beginning. Don't worry, at least you can. You can still rewind, guys. Thank you, Teresa. Have a lovely weekend. You mentioned gnomes on Etsy. What was the name again? Soda Stitch. So go on Soda Stitch on Etsy and then just type in gnomes and you're just going to get blown away by the gnomes. Poll on Twitch is more like post a plus for right and a for left in the chat. Right, okay. Good to know, Lady Eskimo. Thank you so much. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a wrap now. I'm going to go and make another cup of tea because I only got about 3 sips of that and it wasn't that nice. He done well. He made me one. But, yeah, he needs a bit more training, I think. I hope you all have a wonderful remaining weekend. Get lots of stitching done. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I've had an absolute blast considering that I didn't think anyone was going to turn up. So thank you so much. Yeah. Have a great weekend. I would love to sit here and tell you you'll see me again next weekend, but who knows? I'm not going to say for definite, but you know, as and when Darren's not around and the house is quiet, I will try. I will try to come back and see you. Hopefully next time with a bit more of a warning that I'm coming. But if not, just keep your eye out on YouTube, because, you know, if I decide to just go live, I will just pop up. But you're all very, very welcome to come and hang out with me. Again, have a lovely weekend, guys, and I'll see you all next time in the next live. Until next time, people, bye-bye for now.